Morning, gorgeous. Yeah, it's not very nice out there, is it? Evie's not impressed either. Morning, everyone. So today, or should I say this week, we're going to be going over a week of meals, like realistic meals as a corporate girly who is in a very stressful part of her life and has to still try and go to the gym, work full time at a corporate girly job, look after the cats, feed herself, be healthy, get enough sleep, and still somehow manage to make content. Yeah, so it's a lot. We're starting off at the weekend though, because we're just at home doing bits. I'm filming some content and stuff. Just to point out that I am very much a creature of habit. So once I've decided on like one or two things I'm going to have for lunch, maybe one or two things I'm going to have for breakfast, I pretty much just have that all week. So we're not going to do that every single day. Like if I'm just going to eat the same thing for breakfast or lunch, then I'm not going to like film the entire thing. So I'll just give you a breakdown of the meals that I'm having, how I prep them, how I make that fit within my working day, because obviously I'm a work from home girly. But I'm going to give you guys some tips as well on how you can make that work if you're not a work from home girly and you kind of have to meal prep certain things, because I've done that before. Like sometimes I will travel for work, but the way it works in our house is that we meal plan for the week for like dinners, and then that is what we base the majority of our food shop on. For the most part, Jamie and I pretty much have the same things for like breakfast and lunch. It's just like one or two options that are slightly different. So depending how we're feeling, we will have something a little bit different. And because it's easy, it's quick, I like to just do that because I don't have to think about it. Because one thing about me is if I'm given too much choice, or I have to think too hard, or I have to do too much, I just won't eat. And then I end up binging like Gollum, sat in the corner with the snack drawer, and just feel shit about myself afterwards. So I have to make sure that to some degree I can prep. It's something easy, it's familiar, I have a bit of a routine so that I can just like work on autopilot, if that makes sense. But yeah, I've done my morning walk. I did 45 minutes, so I walked about 3k on the treadmill in front of the telly with my new favourite obsession, which is virtual like treadmill walks through. This one is Whaley Beach Path, but I have been using the Hogwarts Legacy ones. Like they're so cool. Let me see if I can get one up actually. Like look at that. Who doesn't want to walk around that in the morning? So yeah, I'll do that in the morning. Obviously this is the weekend, so we had a bit of a lie-in, but now it is time for brekkie. We're gonna make a yogurt, fruit and granola bowl, but I have switched up a little bit this time. I got a different yogurt yesterday, 50 grams of protein per pot, like the protein Greek yogurt from Aldi in the vanilla flavour, and it was also cheaper than the one I usually get. This one, now it's very good. It's just plain Greek yogurt, so if you're into that, go for it. It is a little bit more expensive. I think this was like $1.95 and this was like $1.59, so not that much different, but macros and stuff very similar. It's just that this one doesn't have a proper lid and it's also vanilla flavoured. You could always just mix in like vanilla protein powder into this, or like vanilla extract if you have it. Same diff. Obviously if you put the protein powder into this one as well, it does work really well. Sometimes I've been an absolute menace and I've got these, but like the smaller ones, and put a scoop of protein powder in them. Call me crazy, but if you're trying to get your protein in, that is a very easy way to get a lot of protein in without that many calories, and it still tastes great. Banana, and then the other thing that I really, really love is frozen cherries. Then we have some granola. Now, obviously, people are going to fight me in the comments more than likely because granola isn't low calorie. I know it's not, but I need a bit of variety. I need a bit of texture because this is all just mush. You may be wondering why I haven't gone for a high protein one. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of the time where it says high protein, or I say like protein, it's a scam. Read what the ingredients are and read how much protein is in that version versus a normal one. A lot of the time, there's only about 1 or 2 grams difference, but the calories will also be a lot different. And then last thing, controversial. Again, you might be thinking, it's not that healthy. I know, but I need it. These are just some dark chocolate chunks. That's what you would call it. They're just like the Dr. Oetker ones. Now, I probably could be better getting like a chocolate bar, like a dark chocolate bar, and just cutting that up, because this is essentially baking chocolate, but who cares? Get my phone and my Vimto. Because again, another thing with me, I have to be absolutely dying of thirst to drink water. You will not get me drinking it. And don't even get me started on fizzy water. It tastes disgusting. But I just have this and I'll put Vimto in it because I'm a child. So yeah, I have to make sure I have this with me at all times. Otherwise I just forget to drink. And then later on I'm like, oh, I've got a bit of a headache. And Jamie's like, have you drunk enough water? So yogurt. Tablespoons. And again, I'm just gonna, okay, so what's that? And then I want a banana. Speaking of bananas, like, how do you guys normally eat them? I don't mean like physically eat them. I mean, what's the texture and stuff usually like when you have them? Because I remember watching a video the other day of Zoe Haig, and she was talking about how she can only eat bananas when the skin or the peel is like green. Ugh! Like what? What do you mean? What do you mean you're eating green bananas? I'm sorry, no. Tell me if this is just me, and it could be a sensory thing, I don't know. But if I eat a banana and as soon as I bite into it I feel any sort of resistance or that horrible chalky bitter taste that you get from an underripe banana, immediately know it's getting yeeted. Granola. Again with this I just do like a handful or so. I like to get a bit of everything in there. There we go. So we've got some pumpkin seeds, we've got some currants, and then we'll just sprinkle this over like it's a nice little chocolatey topping. I'd say let's do a couple more. And this is what I typically end up working with for breakfast. And then because I am a caffeine fiend and it kind of helps mellow me out, not too sure on the science around it, but apparently it's something to do with ADHD. Who knew? I do need a coffee. I do need a coffee. I'm gonna do iced, always. But I did get some new syrups. Like, I've been obsessed with the Bueno one. I did like my own version of the Bueno iced coffee that you can get from like Costa and stuff. So you just mix together white chocolate and hazelnut syrup into the coffee, and yeah, apparently it tastes like Bueno. When you get the ratios right, it does definitely taste like a Kinder Bueno, like when you're eating it. But I want to try something different. Got a tiramisu one, which I thought was great. Thinking I might go for this one, pistachio. So everyone's obsessed with pistachio at the moment. Okay. It's so hard to do with nails. There we go. Another thing that I have been really enjoying lately is doing a shaken espresso. God, I cannot wait for one day when we move, I can have maybe like a proper coffee station so I can film stuff. Because I'm really getting into my like iced coffee. Maybe it's the weather, but I just really love like making them, and I think it could make for some very interesting content. Okay, a little bit of syrup, a little bit. That does not smell like pistachio. Jesus Christ. Okay, I have to eyeball this. It smells kind of nutty. Then we pour our shaken espresso. Milk, we just top it up. There is my nice iced shaken pistachio espresso. But yeah, this is me for breakfast, and this should keep me full for a while. I mean, it is technically 12:15, so I might end up skipping lunch, or I might just have something really small. We shall see. Okay, it's lunchtime. Well, it's probably really late, to be honest. It's about 3 o'clock because I'm running a bit behind today because we got out of bed late. But I can feel myself getting a bit shaky, so I need something before we have dinner. So this is kind of like my go-to snack I've got the tuna mayo prepped in this bowl. So I've just got a tin of tuna in spring water, salt, pepper, lighter than light mayo from Hellmann's, garlic paste, some whole grain mustard, always, and then a bit of malt vinegar. Nice little high protein bagel from Aldi. And you don't have to do this, like you could have it dry, but I like to put a little bit of cream cheese, soft cheese, Philadelphia, off-brand Philly, whatever you want to call it. I just get the reduced fat one from Aldi. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the bagel, just so the tuna's got something to stick to, really. If you wanted to, you could not toast the bagel. Say you wanted to like meal prep it, just have the non-toasted bagel, put all the stuff on it, and then wrap it up in foil, take it to work, whatever. If you wanted to really get into being a meal prep queen, you could get like however many tins. I use a full tin for this. Get however many tins it is you're going to have through the week. Say it's Monday to Friday, 5 days, 5 tins of tuna, all your seasonings, mix it up in a Tupperware tub and leave that in the fridge. And also shred all of your cucumber and again put that in, and it will stay fresh for at least a few days. And then when it comes to it, all you've got to do is toast your bagel, whatever on it if you're going to put the soft cheese on, and then just scoop out a fifth or however much it is proportion of the tuna and the cucumber. I tend to typically do like my meal preppy type stuff on a Sunday. So if I'm going to have a salad, which I will be having at some point next week, just because it's now that time of year where I'm feeling like having salads. I will prep a load of the veg, boil some eggs and have them ready in the fridge so that I can just shove everything in a bowl or on a plate ready to go. And yeah, so here is the lunch. But right now I'm going to eat this and get ready for dinner, which I'm really excited for tonight. I'm having girl dinner. Okay, so it's din-din's time. I've just been in absolute agony and we've turned the house upside down trying to find my like IBS meds. They're just like over the counter ones, they're not prescription, so don't worry. But yeah, I'm not having a good time. Stomach's killing, but I need food. Jamie's having his gammon and then I'm gonna be having girl dinner. See, not everybody would call this girl dinner because it does involve a little bit of effort. However, for me, it's just like a really quick go-to comfort meal that I don't really have to do that much other than chopping up bits of salad and heating up something in a pan. This is the meal of choice. Get a good look at it. It's a chorizo rigatoni pasta meal. Literally just like a frozen meal in a bag. Doesn't really get easier than that. The pasta's on the go. It's roughly about half a bag that I use. And it doesn't seem like a lot right now, but once it's kind of cooked down and stuff, it'll be good to go. But we're going to fill up the plate with other stuff as well. And there, dinner is served. There's Jamie's, looking very good. So he's got gammon, pineapple, salad, eggs, chips, and an obscene amount of salad cream. This is what we're here for. So we've got the pasta, a little bit of cheese and parsley to garnish, and then a huge salad. Like, look, this is my hand. Yeah, the salad and the plate is like 2-3 times the size of my hand. So this is a lot of food. I will eat it all. What are you on about? What is it, Luna? Can you see a birdie? Hey? Can you see a birdie? I thought I'd get Looney in on the video because everybody's always commenting saying about, oh, your cat's so cute. And I'm like, I have 2. There's 2 of them, yeah? And this one, this little bundle of joy is my precious angel. This is my little Looney. And I know I shouldn't have favourites, but Luna's nobody else's favourite. So she has to be my favourite. Even though I do still love Evie to bits. She is a night walking demon, but she's, yeah, we call her the White Walker in this house because she's like the Night King. Like she's just a menace, absolute menace. Rant over. I need coffee. This better taste good, I swear down. Otherwise I've just wasted a Lindor and a shot of coffee. But there's not actually enough tiramisu flavour in that. I maybe could have done with putting 2 of the Lindors in. But this is nice. Just see what I mean when I say she's an absolute menace? She knows full well she shouldn't be jumping on the barbecue or trying to jump the fence. But no, she has to sit on there, don't you? Okay, time for din-dins. Actually quite excited. This has been like our hyperfixation meal, let's say, for dinner for weeks now. Obviously we've got to have a bit of salad. We've got to have a bit of healthy stuff. But we're basically going to be having a double cheeseburger with salad. Jamie's going to have chips and onion rings. I'm just going to have onion rings. It's just been so nice. So I always have to have a salad on the side just to, you know, make up for the fact that I'm eating a double cheeseburger. And there we have it. We've got onion rings, salad, and a juicy burger. Look at the size of that burger. They are monstrous. But yeah, we're gonna enjoy this now. And I think that's pretty much it for the day. Morning all. So I've decided to have an early lunch. And the lunch of choice today, because I'm feeling a bit frisky, is some scrambled egg on a protein bagel with some jalapeno chili jam. People are probably going to come for me for the way I make scrambled eggs, but this is just how I like it. You make them however you goddamn well please. I'm going to do them this way because I like it, okay? So a bit of pepper, bit of salt, bit of paprika, some garlic, and then a little bit of milk. Teeny tiny bit of milk, just for volume. So bagel is toasted and eggs are scrambled. Now I'm just going in with a bit of this reduced fat red pepper hummus. Normally I had to put like cream cheese on it, and I'll just kind of pile it on top. And now time for the jalapeno chili jam. This stuff is so good. And then a little parsley to garnish. But there we go. There's my scrambled eggs on a protein bagel with some chili jam. And then my yogurt bowl, which should be ready to go once I've had my scrambled eggs. Okay, I got my Amazon delivery. We've got the morning dark chocolate sauce. So I'm gonna make myself a proper tiramisu shaken espresso. Chocolate milk. How good does that look? Whilst I've got you here as well, I figured I'd show you what I've been up to prepping for dinner. We're having carbonara tonight, and I'm so excited because I haven't had pasta in ages. I've been living off burgers, chicken and salad kebabs and salad and tuna mayo. So I needed something different. So we're making a chicken and chorizo carbonara. Now, it is not authentic by any means. For my fellow Italians in the comments or who are watching, mi dispiace. I've got chicken breast chopped up, I've got some chorizo, and then here is the egg mixture. So I've just mixed together a whole egg plus 2 egg yolks, a load of parmigiano and pepper in there, and a bit of salt. And then we're gonna whack it all in the pan. Jamie's just come back with the linguine because I forgot to add it to the shopping list like a tool. And yeah, we'll get everything on the go and I'll show you when it's done. And there we have chicken and chorizo carbonara. Don't ask me how many calories are in this. I honestly have no idea. It's probably about 900, maybe 1,000, given what's in there, but it's delicious. Just sort of come on here and quickly interject. I'm still eating my yogurt bowl technically, but Jamie was on TikTok the other day and decided to buy some of these. It's Ridiculously Rich by Alana. Did you say she was on The Apprentice or something? But there's like a mix box of Tiffins, blondies and brownies. It'd be rude not to eat a bit of it, really. And this video is all about transparency. So this is it a Kinder Blondie or a brownie? Looks like it's got some sort of like cookie dough or something on the bottom. And then it's got brownie and loads of hazelnut spread there. I'm gonna go for that bit. Oh no, that was actually just a piece of Bueno. Well, why have you bought this? I'm literally trying to do a video where I'm like, here's a realistic week of eating. And you go and buy a box of 10 brownies and bloody cookie bars.
They're not even yours, I bought them for myself.
Oh, okay. So is that all I was having then? So these for you?
You just had a contribution.
Oh, right, okay. And that was my share then, that couple of bites.
Yeah, I meant to mention a bit.
So it's Dindin's time. I was absolutely starving because I technically skipped a meal today because I pretty much just had like half of that yogurt bowl and a bit of brownie in the end. I know. Bad stuff. So I had a bowl of cereal, had some Cheerios, only a little bowl before dinner, and yeah, now we're getting on with Dindins. Oh, so we've got this amazing like peri chicken kebab, and then I'm having some lemon coriander couscous with it, some salad, and then made like a yogurt mint sauce to go on top with the salad. Jamie's having a kebab, but I just didn't really fancy it, to be honest. I fancied something different. I've not had couscous for ages, and I've had this in the cupboard for ages, so we're going with that. Et voila, this is dinner. Now it might not look that appetizing because I've literally just smothered yogurt sauce everywhere. Jamie's actually looks really good.
It's like dirty fries.
It does. He's got like a garlic. Is it garlic and coriander or is it garlic and parsley? I think they're garlic and parsley flatbreads from Aldi. The chips with the salt and pepper seasoning, bit of salad, the chicken, and then the like dupe
Garlic
of the
and
Domino's garlic and herb. We need to get more of that from Costco. He's used it all. But yeah, this is mine. I'm gonna enjoy this. Could I have done without the chips? Maybe, but I'm hungry.
Yeah, thank you, Tim.
So tired. I had really bad sleep last night, and I don't have enough yogurt to do like my yogurt and granola bowl. Kind of underestimated how much yogurt I'd need, so I'm now going to have to put 2 lots of it on the shopping list going forward. Cereal and some milk, but I'm not going to put that on yet because I'm going to make myself a chocolate Bueno iced coffee. Okay, it's lunchtime and it's been a very stressful day at work, so I'm defaulting to a Greg's sausage and bean melt. Technically, we do need to eat this. We want to get as much out of the freezer as possible because it's full of just all sorts of crap, so I'm trying to eat everything that's in there. So it's lunchtime and I really cannot bring myself to actually cook something. It's Friday, I'm tired, and I just fancied something quick and easy. I have to always make sure I've got this kind of stuff in the cupboard, just in case I'm feeling like a lazy gremlin. And luckily I had a tin of soup left, so I'm just going with the Tesco's minestrone soup. wraps up this week's worth of food for me. I don't think anybody watching this could accuse me of not being realistic in this, because let me tell you, at the end it was a struggle. I tried my absolute best to kind of stay on my healthy eating game, but 1, Jamie bought brownies. 2, I'm very stressed at the moment because we're in the process of buying a house. And 3, I just completely got the ick with tuna mayo and I could not eat another mouthful of it at all. I couldn't bring myself to do it. So luckily I had those little extra bits in there, like the soup and the cheese, sausage and bean melt that saw me through to the end. Yeah, that pretty much sums up like a week's worth of eating for me. I tend to have the same sort of things for breakfast, and as much as I can, I'll try and stick to like a couple of options for lunch. It has to be something quick that I can just get on the go, something that I might be able to prep so that I can easily just like eat my food, take some time away from the screen whilst I'm working from home, get a change of scenery, and then get right back into it. I'm thinking of starting changing up my routine a little bit. This week, like the week that I'm filming this bit now, what I've done is taken a longer lunch break and then just worked a little bit longer. I am very privileged, I get it, in that I can work quite flexibly, and if I want to take like a 2-hour lunch break, I can. Not that I've been doing that, I've been taking about an hour just to kind of get out of the house, go to the gym, do a quick like 30-minute session there, and then I'll come back, grab something really quick, and then get straight back onto my laptop and just kind of do a working lunch, so to speak, just so that I can get that little bit of a break, and it kind of helps break up the day a little bit. So I'm gonna see how that goes. So you'll probably see like an update on my routine in a future video. But yeah, I just figured it'd be good to kind of show you guys a realistic view of what I eat, how I eat. Because I feel like people just assume that when you go to the gym and things like that, that you have to eat completely healthy and you have to almost starve yourself and just eat like fruit and veg. Otherwise, you're just not going to get anywhere. But I'd like to think that I look pretty good. You know, I'm not exactly where I want to be. Not at all. I could definitely be doing more. However, I need to be kinder to myself, and I cannot realistically expect myself to put so much pressure on eating in a severe calorie deficit and going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week and, you know, getting 10,000 steps in a day like I did when I was a PT, because it's just not realistic. That is not my lifestyle anymore. However, I can do little bits every single day to ensure that I am doing stuff to nourish my mind, my body and my soul, to make sure that my mental health stays in check, which has been a godsend this last probably like couple of months. It's been a ride and a half. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. Obviously, if you guys have any questions about any of the food that you saw in this video, if you want me to maybe post more of these kinds of videos, let me know in the comments. If there's recipes and stuff that you want me to do, like full on breakdowns, we'll turn this into like Chef Steph. If you like, I love cooking, I'm Italian, why wouldn't I? So yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments down below and I will see you there. But that kind of wraps it up for now. So I hope you enjoyed watching this as usual, as much as I enjoyed filming this and stuffing my face whilst doing so. And I hope you found it entertaining, educational and inspirational, because that is kind of the point around here. But other than that, I'm going to love you and leave you and see you in the next one. Bye!